Let's watch a dragon box get opened, and not just that, a low number box. Is it going to have something special? Let's find out. Howdy, howdy, American Texan here, and I love trading cards, specifically the game Wonders of the First, in which we have different levels of boxes in which you can rip cards out of. We've got the play bundles, which you can rip basic paper cards for playing the game. That's what most players, I think, are going to be ripping. Then you've got collector booster boxes, as well as collector bundles. Those have collector packs, which have a chance to hit formless foil cards, OCMs, maybe even a stone foil. And then you've got these puppies here. These are dragon boxes. These are basically the primo collector boxes. These have only the collectible first edition cards of the set. 4 packs called Serialized Advantage Booster Packs, and we're going to watch one get open. Now, I myself have never opened a dragon box before. In fact, this one I bought on a charity stream, so I could at least say I've been in the same room as a dragon box, but I've never gotten to open one myself. However, a wonderful content creator and whatnot shop owner, TheGoogleKing, messaged me and said, "Hey man, I opened up box number 12 on camera. Do you want to share it with the audience?" And I was like, heck yes. So in this video, we're going to watch TheGoogleKing open up that box. I'm going to add a little bit of commentary just to provide some context. I know a lot of younger Wonders players are watching this, younger meaning newer to the game, not by age. And they may not know what's inside a dragon box or what every hit means, the cards, the value of the cards, etc. So I wanted to provide some commentary for that. Thank you, TheGoogleKing, for recording the video and letting me share it here on the channel. So let's go watch TheGoogleKing open up dragon box number 12. As far as we know, the lowest number dragon box open. There's only 11 other boxes underneath that number. So have we seen those boxes get opened? I don't even know who has them. Let's go check it out. Look at that. Serialized dragon box number 12 out of 26.99. This will be the lowest number that I've ever seen ripped. Let me know if this is the lowest one you've seen or if you've seen 1 through 11.
All right, guys, I'm gonna open up number 12 of 26.99. This is a Serialized Advantage booster box from Wonders of the First. These are pretty rare.
So this is TheGoogleKing. If you have not met him at the World Championship in Vegas last year. He is a super cool guy, as cool as you think he is, probably cooler actually. I don't know what I was expecting, but definitely he exceeded all the expectations of who TheGoogleKing is. He has certainly earned.
I'm really excited. Oh yeah, I got my hype man back there. So we're gonna be opening up one of the low number dragon boxes. These things go for about $1,000 to $1,100.
I think it's probably closer to 1,200 now.
On the open market right now. You can get on OpenSea, block packs. Originally, these were sold on block packs by the Wonders team. You could redeem these.
So they were originally like given out digitally. I don't know if they were NFT tokens or whatever, but they were originally bought through those digital marketplaces. And then once the boxes were printed, then you could redeem your box and have it shipped to your house. So that way, when you bought your box ahead of time, when you pre-ordered it, essentially, you could actually trade it ahead of time. And then when the boxes were ready to ship, whoever owned the token was the one that could redeem the product. Might sound a little confusing, but I actually really like that. I was hesitant to get into the Web3 stuff, but knowing that you can do this kind of thing where you can pre-order, like for example, I have a Call of the Stones dragon box in my account, and I could sell that box right now, and whoever I sell it to, they'll have the token and be able to redeem it. And there's no copying that. There's no me trying to take it back. I actually kind of like that. So that's a little bit of what he was talking about here.
You could redeem your, basically, what do you call those? Not an NFT, but you essentially got a dragon box randomly assigned to you, and then you can actually go in and redeem it on the BlockPack site. But you can also find these on OpenSea right now. So let's get in and let's open this up.
And you could, when you got the dragon boxes, you didn't know what number you were getting. So essentially there was all the dragon boxes were assigned, and then they randomly generated the number. So when you got the box, you had just as much of a chance getting the number 1 box as you did the 26.99 box, as much as the 1987 box, if that's the year of your birth. I know someone's collecting those. So that also made it fun. I think I wasn't part of it, but I think that is a fun idea where the numbers were assigned and then you could start trading your tokens to try to get the number that you wanted. I thought that was a really cool idea. And again, I don't know if they were specifically tokens or if they were another name, but that digital token there is what he was talking about.
Essentially what we're looking at is 4 packs, 15 cards per pack. You've got only formless foils in here, and then OCMs or orbital color matches. It's those serialized cards. and it's to 99 or less. So we're hoping to try to see a mythic to 10 or a stone foil 1 of 1 out of these packs. This is going to be nice. I'm pretty excited. And again, this is number 12 of 26.99. This is one of the lowest numbered to be recorded live on camera.
I'm excited for this. And by the way, all the boxes, the packs inside the boxes are randomly assigned. You have just as much hitting a stone foil in this box as you do the last box, the first box, one of the special edition boxes. So you really have no idea what you're getting inside of these dragon boxes.
So this is pretty exciting. Let's get into pack number 1. You'll find your biggest hits randomly in any one of these 4. There's no real order to this. So pack number 1, we're hoping for either a mythic or a stone foil in the first pack here. We've got a Sky Seekers Twins. We've got Progo. These are nice. We've got, I'm going to do this live here. So Celestium Heights. We've got a, ooh, nice, Moonfire Crystal Mouse, one of the best commons you can find other than the first or Pink Spore. So Moonfire, and then we go into, so it's 4 commons, and then we go into our uncommons. So we've got Dream Reaver, we've got Luminous Medusa, we've got Carno Titan Ravager. This is one of the sick dinosaur cards. A lot of people like this one. And Fire Grimoire, and then right here is going to be either our first big hit of an epic or a mythic formless foil, and it looks like we hit our mythic on the first pack. Low Lin.
Look at that.
And behind that, let's see what we got.
So he got the formless foil mythic. Those are selling for anywhere between $200 to $300. Lowland, I think, is going to be right in the middle of that, $250. He's a great card, but to hit that out of that pack is awesome. Let's see what the serialized number is.
Here, it looks like a Boundless OCM. Ready? Here we go. Here's the reveal. Nice. Cosmo Cloudman, number 10 of 99.
10's a good number.
Nice number. It's a low number, but this is a nice hit right here. We've got ourselves Low Lin with a Cosmo Cloudman OCM behind him. And then we've got 2 rares. So we've got, what is that? Man Portable Cannon and Hester Dust. These are 2 pretty moderately good rare hits out of that back spot. And then for our final 3 commons, there's 3 commons at the back. We've got Dream Reaver, we've got Xenic, nice, very last one, 401 of 401 of the set, and Vulcan Veil. There you go, we got a nice Sulfera land.
So your first pack here, that's a winner right there. That is a winner. If you were to buy this pack for $200, $250, you're definitely making your money back and then some. The Lowland by itself, the Cosmo Cloudman, I think he's a sleeper. I think he can do a lot in the future, as well as the Mouse. The Mouse is such a playable card. And again, these cards are never going to be banned. So this Formless Foil Mouse is going to be just as playable in 10 years. He'll just be harder to find.
Our 2 big hits so far have been a common of Cosmo and our mythic Low Lin. Not bad. This is like a good, probably $250 mythic formless foil. That's pretty good. Yeah, we got the Panda Boy for the first one. Let's definitely put that on the top loader. This is a big mythic hit. So this is the big formless foil hit that you get out of the box. And then now we're trying to find one of those bigger OCMs. So far, we've just got that common in there.
You'll notice how he's like opening the packs. He's done this hundreds of times. In fact, one of the cool things is when you watch a stream with TheGoogleKing and he's in the audience, he can actually sometimes call out what cards are going to be inside of boxes or cases because he's opened so many boxes and cases. He can recognize the patterns of certain collations that are together. So I think that is really cool how he's a pro. And you notice how he's already sorting things. He's sleeving and putting the hits inside of top loaders to go ahead and protect them right out of the pack. That's how you know you're dealing with a pro. So if you want to see more from TheGoogleKing, I'll have all his links down below, but definitely go buy from him on Whatnot because he takes care of the cards, he loves the game, and he ships them with care as well.
All right, pack number 2. Let's see some heated epics like Cindermaw, who's actually on the box here. That'll be one of the biggest. All right, we're starting off with a heater. Everybody knows Soul Jar, all hail.
Soul Jar. Doesn't really apply for dragon packs, but if he's at the front of a collector pack, you have a good chance of getting you have a better chance of getting an OCM. Or
all hail the Soul Jar. We've got Whirlpool Bay, Rented Hopmaster, ooh, Glacium Keep, good land. And then we're going into our uncommons. Nice, Seafly Nest, everybody's looking for this one right now. That's a good land from our World Championship in Vegas. We've got Punish, Arcane Grasp, another great uncommon, and Dragon's Gold, nice, both very playable. We saw these in a couple of those top 8 decks. Oh, followed by a Twilight Marsh. Here we go. One of the best epic lands. This is like an $80 card right here.
Yeah, I have no idea. A lot of the epic cards, formless foils, are $40, but Twilight Marsh is really hard to get. People just want to collect it. A lot of folks are collecting epic lands, and so this is a tough one to get. So that's a great pull.
Very nice hit there. And what do we got behind it? Let's see. Ooh, Sulfera. Rare. Nice. Sun Sand. We hit the little Dragon Boy. All right, so we've got ourselves probably another couple $100 pack here. This is a $150, $200 little OCM here. And then right behind that, we've got ourselves a giant Hydro Jelly and nice Crimson Marauder for our rares. And then we go into Dark Iron Fish, Seer's Gaze, great common, and then a Lunar Empowerment. Nice, I love that.
It's a pretty good pack. That's like your average pack, and for an average pack, that's a great pack.
Set here. All right, pack number 3.
We didn't get the number on the Sun Sand Gold Scale. I think he's going to go up in COTS. I think we're going to have some expensive cards in COTS in Call of the Stones, and I think a lot of people are going to want that card in a few months.
That was not a bad second pack. To follow a mythic like that, Low Lin, Twilight Marsh, everybody's obviously chasing down that Umber-themed land, so. All right, pack number 3 here. Spellbroken Golem, Ethereal Enigmist.
You got 2, 4, 7 vanillas in a row.
Trinity Barboni of the Barboni clan. There we go. Fortress Orc Scar. We got a Tech Nomad. Come on, let's see some big heaters here. Bone Skewer. Path of Light.
That one looks beautiful in foil.
Let me put these in the
formless foil.
Uncommon pile. Path of Light, and what's our last uncommon? Nice. Solaris Stormcaster.
Another great card.
And nice. Commanding Croak. I actually needed this card for an epic. This guy's great.
Commanding Croak's stock is going up. I saw that it was in the championship deck, I believe, that Honest AF played. I think
tap
he's been
free,
a sleeper,
seek 5 a land. Basically, if you need to find a land, followed by Gura Beast. Very nice for
another vanilla for the OCM.
Our third OCM of the box. Look at that. So we've got ourselves an uncommon Giant Gura, Briarmaw for the first rare of this pack, Tyros Iron Fist, and a Volthok, Thunder Crash Axe, and nice, look at that. Just hit a $75 first
and a
card.
Formless foil
this
first.
This is the best common.
What another great pack.
That mouse is like...
Even these average packs. We had another epic formless foil, but then you get the formless foil common. Amazing.
This is the biggest common you obviously want to try to hit. That's a nice hit there. You always like to see a first formless foil. People are easily paying $75 to $100 for these. All right, let's throw that one off to the side. Let me put some of these big hits in these sleeves as well. So we've gotten a rare OCM, a common OCM, and an uncommon. So more than likely we'll see either another common or hopefully we see an epic or a mythic. But this is not a bad spread here to see a common, uncommon, and then a rare. So if we see an epic, we got a really good box.
That is a pretty good spread.
All right, last pack magic here. Let's see it. This is a good dragon box for number 12. Either that or let's see a stone foil for our last one. Let's get a 1 of 1. All right, we've got Catch. We've got Isaac Sparkpaw, Glimmer Bandit, or basically Predator. Oh, look at that. We hit all 3 of them. So we hit ourselves a Pink Spore, a Mouse, and the first all in the same box. That's a pretty good
box
combo there.
Yeah, that's a good box.
We got ourselves an Intricate Blasting Duel. That's a sick art. We got a Deep Black Goop, Vobstalker, great uncommon, and what's our last epic? It is a Heliosynth land? No, it's the Mecha Lion. There we go. Nice.
I think Mecha Lion's another sleeper. He's expensive, but tap all the lands. That's a great utility for Heliosynth.
That is a great epic. Here's another $50 plus super playable epic. And then what do we get for our final here? It looks like we hit a... Ooh, what is this? It looks like it's a Sulfera, 1 cost. Nice. Isaac Sparkpaw. There we go.
Get the little teddy bear. You get him in formless foil and OCM.
Not too shabby. Isaac Sparkpaw is obviously a great, right off the bat, first round OCM. That was a good hit. That was very nice. Corvus. We got a Corvus Shadowwing. Serafina, or however you say her name, Serapina. I think it's Serapina with a P. We got Harmonious, Skaldar, and Sir Starbeak to end it off. That was a pretty good box. I would say overall, we definitely hit our value. If we go back and look at all the value here, for $1,000 Dragon Box, we probably hit really close to that marker, if not a little bit over. Low Lin is a good middle range mythic. Typically, these mythic formless are like $250 to $300, depending on the right person.
I think that was going to be about
We hit a
$250.
nice $75 first land. And then the other big hits of the box were probably that rare of Sun Sand. It was like a $150, $200 OCM. And then the other ones are probably another like couple $100. So we are looking.
You're probably going to trade for less than that right now. Probably about $50 for the common, maybe $60, $75 for the uncommon. I think once we get closer to the Dragon Cup, people know their decks. Those should go up to 100. Every OCM should be at 100. I think they're still undervalued. And as much as I hate to say that, they're still undervalued.
At a solid $500 or $600 of big hits. And then all of our other epics are probably about $40, $50 a piece. So that's like another $150, $200. So yeah, we are right around like $800 or $900, and then a bunch of common, uncommon, formless foils in there. So that's pretty good. That was good value out of this box.
And very good commons too, right? Because he mentioned the Crystal Mouse, that's $30, $35, $40. Even if you get the other ones, how many are 5, 10, 15, 20, $20 times $10 each, let's say on the low end, $200. Yeah, you definitely made your money back. And that's if you want to look at it as an investment. I look at it as trade opportunity. So I could definitely trade those other Dragon Cup players that are looking to get some cards for their deck, or other people. I know a lot of folks are trying to complete a common, uncommon play set. And so they'll want a lot of these cards that can give you a lot of trade value. And there's nothing wrong with trading formless foils for some mythics. You know, 2 formless foil commons for a mythic paper, I think, is a very equitable trade.
Not bad. We could have asked for a little bit higher hit here and get ourselves like a mythic OCM, but sometimes these Dragon boxes, you get what you get. There's over 2,000 of them, so I don't expect there to be heaters in every single one. But that was a pretty sweet Dragon box. And as of right now, I think number 12 is the lowest Dragon box to be pulled, unless somebody else records one live, 1 through 11. So, all right, guys, signing off. That was a sweet Dragon box. Again, if you have an opportunity to open up one of these are really cool. There are also one-of-ones that the team made, but nobody is cracking those open. Those are exclusively for collecting. As far as we know, only one has been opened on stream. And those one-on-ones are obviously a whole nother ballpark than these. So, all right, guys, I'll see you later.
So there you have it. Wow, what a great box to open. Like I said, that was basically a break even. I think maybe even make a couple $100 on it box. But I think the best part of the box was how playable those cards were. Again, Cosmo Cloudman, OCM, I think that's a sleeper. And then you've got the formless foils. You hit the big 3. You got the first formless foil. You got the mouse formless foil. You got Pink Spore, Dreamcap formless foil. And it's not so much that Pink Spore is like a super uber card right now. It's that people want more than 3 other secondary cards. So to have that in the box makes it more valuable, just because a lot more people are chasing it. And again, I'll have links to TheGoogleKing's Whatnot shop and other places you can connect with him in the description down below. And speaking of Whatnot shops, let's go ahead and go into my mail day. I just got a few items at the table to open and share with you, mainly accessories, but something pretty cool, limited edition, that I can't wait to share with you. So for this week's mail day, we've got 3 items here, mostly accessories, but we did get this from Can Pirate's first ever Whatnot stream. And this was a lot of fun. Fantastic job. Kudos to you, Can Pirate. Fantastically packaged as usual. If you've ever see his name on eBay, he is an absolute trusted source to buy. And seeing him do his Whatnot show, very proud of the work that he did. He did a lot of different things, but of course, I'm only really trying to complete my paper set here. There's just a few more formless foils that I need that he wasn't selling. But so I got a couple papers here, Commander, a Bathrol, and Skrull. So Skrull is actually for my first play set because I don't have a copy. And then Commander Bathrol, I thought was a good deal. I can't remember how much I got it for, but this is for my second play set. Or maybe I bought it thinking I needed it for my first play set, but I actually need it for my second play set. Either way, this one's going into my second play set. And fantastic deals. Again, Can Pirate, you did a fantastic job. So thank you for these mythic cards that I got to buy. Moving on, I got this from Amazon. During my draft, I was fiddling with dice still too much than I wanted to. I wanted some counters, and I wanted something that could be easy to use. So I found these on Amazon. I'll put a link down below if you want to see it. They have lots of different colors, but I just got kind of the more muted colors. And these are the twisty counters. I don't know what they're called exactly. But of course, you can keep track of your actions and energy. So I'll be probably using black for actions and white for energy. And that way you can just kind of go, hey, I spend 2 energy, I have 3 left. Makes it easier to see. Hopefully you can see that across the table. There are bigger versions, but I didn't see any on Amazon that I wanted to get. So my first test with this will be in Atlanta to see how this one works. So that's from Amazon. And again, I'll have the link down below. And you can get a set of 4. They were not expensive. They were like $6 or $10 or something like that. It's something crazy cheap. It also came with this little carrying case, which is nice, but I'll be able to carry these in my playmat carry-on thing. Last thing I got, and I hope I can show this whole thing on the camera, is I got a playmat. This comes from Ninth Level, or Ramel, as you might know him, or Ninth Level on YouTube, Ramel in our hearts, one of the designers for Wonders of the First, but he also wrote a Christmas story using his proofs and the character proofs or the art proofs from a couple other community members, BJamps and Subhub. I want to say one more that I can't remember. And this is a playmat based on his story. It's a Christmas story, and it's Operation Silent Night, and he had a limited edition playmat created for the occasion. He had several of them. I could not get all of them. I could only get one, and this one I thought was the best looking, so I got it. You can see it says 2025 limited edition at the bottom. I like that he added the free attacks and faith spot holders here, and this looks like a lot of fun. I will be playing with this during the Christmas season only. And the other thing that I like too is this mat is like really well made. It's very thick, rolls up nicely. It's got a nice lip on the edge. Very cool little mat here. So I cannot wait till next Christmas season to play some Christmas Wonders on this thing. So here it is again, the full playmat. I don't know if this is a better view. Let me get around my mic here. This looks so cool. And I want to know who made this mat or where you got it made, because it is a really nice mat. I'm kind of tempted to play it in Atlanta this weekend. I tell you what, I won't, but if it was before King's Day, which is the day this is going live, January 6th, I would definitely be playing with this. But in our household, January 6th, that's King's Day. We celebrate appropriately, but that is the last day of Advent. That is the last day of the Christmas season. So this will go, I don't know about storage, but this will go somewhere for safekeeping. And yeah, I'm going to be playing on this every game during Advent season. Also wanted to give a shout out. This came in the mail after I recorded my mail day. I got a givey here from Joe the Collector from Wonders of, I believe their channel now is Wonders of Labubu Crystals or something like that. I got a givey here for Foil the First, which I'm very excited. I'm holding on to these. I don't hold on to a lot of cards for long-term investment, so to speak. But this one, a foil first, I think this is going to be $10. Now, you're going to have to wait a few years, but I think this is a $10 card. Hold on to a dozen of these, you got $100 in a couple years. So we'll see how that works out. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all your time and attention, especially on these longer videos. If you want to see more Wonders of the First content, learn more about the game, I'll have some links down below. And subscribe for more videos. Like this video if you like this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Adios.